ball back in towards middle and off stump. Very fine. Yeah, good place on there. 197 for 5.
We might speak, eat, and celebrate differently. But the passion
The final of the World Cup, over number 45. They're going to slip in a short leg. He's also sort of catching cover, I think. He can handle himself coolly, but his long arms dropping back, deep mid wickets dropping back, not known to be a big hitter. His role at the moment is to find himself with the non-strikers and as quickly as possible. And as
convinced into not taking the review today.
So the ball hits the batter outside the line of off stump, then it is not out. And unfortunately, Steve Smith was playing a shot. If you are playing a shot and it hits you outside off stump, then it is not out. Fortunately for Steve Smith, not today.
Swing and a miss. Kohli's up, the crowd's up, the umpire's not. Nervous times in the Australian bench.
He's got a seam position again, perfectly for the left-handers. Searched a bit at the start. Looks like the man is feeling good now. He's warmed up, he's ready to go. He's hitting those lengths again. Australia need to watch out here. If you're a left-hander, make that doubly watchful. He's quite the bowler to left-handers. Good captaincy that from Rohit Sharma and Bumrah. They brought the short mid-wicket, removed the slip, and then he brings out the slow one. As a batter, all you're looking for in Bumrah's bowling with the new ball is either the yorker, the bouncer, at most times length. The slow one is the last in your mind. Jasprit Bumrah, being the genius that he is, brings out the slow one, gets the wicket. Unluckily for Smith, doesn't choose to review it, even though the impact was outside.
Maiden over of high quality, 47 for 3. Jasprit Bumrah for a 5th over. Another test of this middle order with the opening batter Travis Head still there. And he'll be hoping to add a lot more Ricky Ponting alongside me. Ricky, it's been action-packed.
Certainly has, Bish. You talk about a test, it doesn't get any bigger test than what these Australian batsmen are facing right now. Bumrah with his tail up and 130,000 behind him. It's actually quite a good times, silly as this sounds, for Labuschagne to come to the crease. He's got a lot of time now. He generally likes to work his way into his innings, starting against fast bowling. He needs to play an innings. Travis Head also, you can see after the loss of the wickets around him, he's gone back into his shell. He's 10 from 21. Still got to find a way to score and keep the scoreboard ticking over. Take a deep breath here, the Australians. Maybe 2 or 3 deep breaths, actually. To regather themselves, regather their thoughts, understand that they're not chasing a huge total.
I think 2 for Rohit Sharma. You could squeeze another one perhaps out of Shami, but with this middle order, with Maxwell, with those wonderful knocks so far, but you still fancy with the shots he played. Inglis batted well the other night. Mohammad Siraj to come into the attack to follow up what Shami and Bumrah have done here is going to be Very important.
I'll tell you another thing they might think about, Bish, is that's beaten KL Rahul. Goes down into the boundary rope. Valuable runs for Australia. Those slow balls from Bumrah always tend to spin more on the second bounce. Cutter, once you hear, turns and stays a little bit low and through the legs. I was just going to say, what they might think about is actually getting Jadeja into the attack a little bit earlier before this ball does potentially get a little bit damp. A new right-hander at the crease. Travis Head was dismissed by Maharaj first ball in the last game. A left arm off spinning back through the gate. Might just have a look at him before this power plays up.
I think he'd probably wait for the 10th over to be bowled. I know it's gone, 51 for 3.
Prize at least one more out of Mohammad Shami, 1 for 24 from 4 overs. Every time it clips back into Travis Head because he stays on leg stump when it's back of the lane, cramps in for room.
An interesting change to the bowling lineup today from India, going to Mohammad Shami with the new ball. And the reason I say it's interesting is if we look at his numbers since the end of the last World Cup. When he's opened the bowling, he's taken 42 wickets at 28. And when he's bowled first change, he's taken 24 wickets at 9. Most of that has been in this World Cup. In fact, all of those wickets have been in this World Cup. It's how dominant he has been bowling first change.
Probably because India think that they don't have enough runs on the board. They don't want to give it to Siraj. Siraj has been a little bit expensive at the start. He's tried to get the ball to move, pitch the ball up with somebody like a Travis Head would really relish that kind of length. So they've gone to Mohammad Shami and he's picked up a wicket all right.
Nice touch. Steered it beautifully into the gap for 4.
Yes, very good. Very, very good shot there. Waited on the ball and then steered it over the face of the bat. Knowing that there is no protection there. There is no team third. Nicely played. Away from that short third fielder. Good batting this.
You have to be careful playing those sort of shots on wickets that don't have a lot of bounce and not a lot of pace. Shami around the wicket as well, trying to angle the ball back and almost inviting Travis Head to try and run it down to third man. Bumrah, the man there, just moved a couple of yards to his right, a little bit finer.
That's where he loves it. Shot of authority, so back-to-back boundaries for Travis Head.
You pitch it up to him, he's going to slam you. That's what he likes to do. Just plays through the line. The white ball doesn't move as much. You can see the slower delivery, it's pitched up in his arc and he's smashed it. That is a much better leg. That is a much better leg for him.
Well, it's normally one of his strengths. Travis Head is hitting boundary square the wicket on the offside, but India are alert to that. That's why Shami is bowling around the wicket, trying to angle the ball back in. Like I said, looking for that chop on there. Only 3 of his runs today been through that leg side region, so I reckon his career, square leg and mid wicket. catching mid-wicket again now for Labuschagne. No slips.
Nine off the over. Power play complete. 60 for 3.
We might speak, eat, and celebrate differently. But the passion we share for our cricket teams is the same. Together we cheer for those we love. And the only team we support more fiercely is family, wherever they live. Send money back home with Remitly. Download the app today.
Ten overs completed. Australia 60 for 3. India were 80 for 2. Rohit Sharma fell in the 10th over, and things slowed significantly from this point onwards for India when they batted. Jadeja into the attack as the first power play is completed.
As expected, Jadeja likes a little more protection. He's got a deep mid-wicket, he's got a long gone. Rahul is not having the best of times because of why. He's given a bye. He's not been able to. Earlier matches he's been absolutely terrific. He has somehow maybe big match nerves, final nerves, whatever.
Sneaks up on you, doesn't he, every now and then, Jadeja. Likes to get through his overs really quickly. Labuschagne's one that's very particular about his pre-ball routine. Just a little bit of spin on that first ball. We know with Jadeja, when there's any sort of turn, he'll spear the ball down sort of that middle and off stump line, looking for some inconsistent spin. What he does, he gets one that just kisses the seam and spins a little bit. The next one is just off, playing a little bit, and will catch.
Fitness issues. Didn't play the first few games, made a comeback against New Zealand. Got 100. Dharamshala. He's been in great form in the last season, all formats. What a night to produce one of his best innings.
Calls through for a single, needs to hurry. 100 for Travis Head on the biggest of stages. He joins the legends, Ponting and Gilchrist, as an Australian to make 100 in a World Cup final. It's an innings of substance. His team loves it. And the crowd again are silent.
Well, he was injured at the initial stage of the tournament, came in only a little bit later, and look what he's done to the team. He's transformed the team. That brilliant 100 against New Zealand, Dharamshala, and now 100 here in the finals. What a terrific 100 this has been as well. 100 of 95 deliveries. He's taken the game away from India. Calculated assault and watchful batting. Combination, terrific combination that's got him 100. That too in the World Cup finals.
Gee, the run out was interesting with a direct hit though. He looked gone for all money there, Travis Head. Final ball of the over, Labuschagne just defends. We'll have a look in a moment. What an innings by Travis Head. 185 for 3.
We might speak, eat, and celebrate differently. But the passion we share for our cricket teams is the same. Together we cheer for those we love. And the only team we support more fiercely is family, wherever they live. Send money back home with Remitly. Download the app today.
Once he got an opportunity to bat at the top of the order in the test matches against India on turners, that's when everyone in India saw that he was exceptional. Busy player. Perfect batter to chase a target like this. Pressure on.
Final over for Jadeja. Travis Head lifts it up now. 10 rows back, and it's just 50 to win for the Aussies. The skipper drops his head.
Well, he's gone round the wicket. I beg your pardon, he's gone over the wicket, trying to get the ball to turn, and that's exactly in the slot for Travis Head. Now, the relief after reaching 100, he is opening his shoulders. That's another clean hit from him.
Yeah, when he saw the pitch in the afternoon, you would have thought it's going to deteriorate. It's going to be tougher for the Australian batters with two high-class spinners in the Indian ranks. But I go back to conditions. Change so much. That's one of the things that you've got to always contend with. Day-night matches in India. Saw how Australia recovered after 91 for 7 to win that match against Afghanistan. Conditions under lights at the Wankhede Stadium, and tonight they're in Ahmedabad. To add to that, how we've got to say Australia in the field after winning the toss. I mean, you saw an almost flawless bowling and fielding performance.
And if you look at the names, Sanjay and Sunny, that have scored 100 in a World Cup final, 6 of them before Travis Head: Gilchrist, Ponting, Viv Richards, Aravinda De Silva. Nicely punched away on the offside. Just a single. Jaya Wardner and Clive Lloyd. So that is your cream of world cricket, Sanjay.
Absolutely, and getting 100, especially a winning 100 in a World Cup finals, is the ultimate acclaim for a champion batter. So many great batters would be happy to swap 10 of the international hundreds to have 100 in the World Cup finals. Mahela Jayawardene got it in 2011, unfortunately ended up on the losing side.
Final ball of the Jadeja spell, and the Australians see him out so often. He has caused them heartache. 192 for 3.
How to send money from Europe to India? Try Profi. Convert your euros to rupee at best strike rate with zero commission. Score big with our promo rate on our first transfer. Send money as fast as Bumrah bowls. More rupees for your euros. It's a 6-30. Use Profi and play your best innings with family by sending money home. Profi. Sending money with love and care.
Right, okay, let's get some feeling down on the ground. Who better to be chatting to Australians than Mark Howard?
Well, extraordinary scenes down here. The Australians are celebrating. We're going to grab this man, Marnus Labuschagne. Marnus, congratulations. A World Cup title. Out there with your mate Trav, I can see you're emotional. What does it mean to this group?
Oh, mate, what we've achieved today is unbelievable. It's the best achievement I've ever been a part of. Just to come to India, you know, 10 from 10 with one to play. They've been the team of the tournament. They've played unbelievable. But you knew if we played our best cricket, we were a chance. And, you know, our bowlers were sensational. And then Travis put on a hell of a display, and it was great to be a part of it with him.
That he's had to contend with all these slow deliveries, no pace at all, trying to play one of his favorite shots behind. Same Surya Kumar Yadav, the same shots now, right now, would have a different result. This is not me trying to take credit away from Australia, because they actually made sure they were the ones enjoying the better conditions to bat on. Took a brave call, winning the toss and bowling first, but that's the reality. Once it's nightfall, well past 8:39 p.m., most pitches in India, day-night matches, just get easier for batting. Outfield as well gets a little quicker. It's like a perfect storm that the bowlers have to contend with. That's what Maxwell fed on against Afghanistan. Mahmudullah against South Africa when he got that 100. Tonight, Australia in the match that matters.
Nicely timed by Labuschagne. Sonny, anything that India can do at this stage?
Well, not much. Nothing at all. Can't see India doing anything that can stop Australia at the moment. They could have done something earlier on when they were, I think, about maybe 90 for 3. They could have had a slip in position. I know it's easy to say after you've seen that, but the only way that, you know, you could have stopped Australia was by taking wickets in 50 overs with an asking rate of under 5 and over at the start. It was, the original rate was 4.82. So never going to be a challenge, because 4 runs come anyway as singles, if not boundaries.
Easy.
3 more casual singles from the over. 195 for 3.
So you are craving for some Indian cuisine and want to get it for the cheapest price.
We came up with some exciting offers for you. We are giving away our fast-selling gulab jamun with the additional Haldiram Shahi mixture for free. And we know how much you like the Ashirwad Atta. So the 5 kilo and 10 kilo are both for free too. For more information, check out getgrocery.com.
Siraj back into the attack. None for 16 from his 3 overs from the north end. You'd imagine the type of player Travis Head is, he'll look to attack.
Yeah, no choice now for India. They just have the 5 bowlers. And with Jadeja done, they had to go back to their least used seam bowler, Mohammad Siraj. People wondering why he was brought in late into the attack. Understandably, India wanted to unleash the spinners on the Australians while the ball was still dry. The pitch had a bit of turn in it. Get late in tonight, everything disappears. So that was the right call. But here's Siraj.
It gives himself room immediately. Swats it away to the onside.
Yeah, when Australia were 3 down for 47 at the time, a lot of Indian fans would have been very excited because they haven't seen this Indian team. They've looked at this bowling attack and they realize it's the best bowling attack in the world, in the tournament, just on form and results. But after that last wicket, these two have just put their heads down. Not that India bowled badly. Spinners between themselves, 19 overs, haven't picked up a single wicket.
The 150 partnership coming out. This is insensible batting by the Australians. Like I said earlier on, there was a calculated assault by Travis Head, but also watchful batting. He was working the balls for 1s and 2s, then suddenly hitting a 6, suddenly hitting a boundary. But he was keeping the strike moving, strike rotating, and so also was Labuschagne. And that is a time when India could have maybe looked to attack them a little bit more, to look to take a wicket.
Head goes long and high over the leg side. It's under 40. Travis Head. It's yet another 6. He's third. He moves to 116. The 200's up.
Siraj doing the right thing, trying to get a wicket for his side, trying something different, trying to surprise the batter with a bouncer. But Travis Head, after that 100, has gone on to the next gear.
He certainly has. And again, the bouncer below the shoulders, making it easy. Look at that, really easy.
A lot of discussion about the conditions and how it's affected it and the dew coming in. But when these two came in together with a score at 3 for 47, the ball was swinging around corners. Steve Smith had just been knocked over. There's 120,000 people absolutely behind India to put on 156 undefeated at this point. It's some partnership between these two.
Of course, we always try to find a reason for that, and something that I mentioned before the finals, that India have test regulars, 10 of them playing in this World Cup final, 10 test players. Australia have 9, and today they needed the test qualities as batters from somebody like Travis Head. Labuschagne just about keeping a head down. Look at his strike rate there, 48.9. That's a test strike rate, but Labuschagne has played one of the most important innings of his life.
This is the innings of Travis Head. He 4s and 3 6s for the man from South Australia. He joined the tournament late. The Brains Trust said, no, we're not going to fill his spot. We need him. Player of the match in the semi-final. And he's 116 not out in the final. And he's joined, as I said, Ponting and Gilchrist as an Australian to make 100 in a World Cup final. 204 for 3.
So just 37 needed for Australia to win their 6th World Cup title. For India, a miracle from here. 7 wickets. Here's Kuldeep. Have to give it to Australia today, and especially Travis Head. They were reeling at 47 for 3, and then for him to play the kind of innings he has, stunning. Some massive hits. And Ricky, what was good to see was the way he sussed the conditions. Once he knew there was a little bit of dew and the pitch had eased out, it didn't matter if it was pace or spin. He just shifted gears big time.
Yeah, and he had to as well, Ravi. Wickets were falling around him. We know that he's a very naturally aggressive player, and he wanted to get after that new ball as much as he could in that first 10 overs. But when Warner went, Mitchell Marsh went, and then Steve Smith, he had to just pull in the reins a little bit and establish this partnership with Labuschagne, which has been incredible. 159 off 183 balls, and Labuschagne is 44. That talks about the dominance of Travis Head.
And he goes again. Long on as a spectator, and it's not the first time. He's just peppering this Indian bowling attack, and the crowd now watching in stunned silence.
That's what he has done particularly well. He's made them bowl the balls to him that he wants to hit. Played them well off the back foot. He's rotated the strike well, which put pressure back on the Indian spinners to toss it up and go chasing wickets. And whenever they've done that, he's deposited it a long, long way back. That was a huge hit.
And very quickly, Australia need just 29. 37.4 overs, so they're going beautifully at this stage. The thing about his innings is he's not spared anyone. Pace, spin, he's played some outrageous shots. And what a stage he's chosen, a World Cup final, 125, 130,000 people. credit to Labuschagne too, because we've seen with this innings, we'll come back to that 214 for 3.
Very sad face.